Allow me the opportunity to share with you the hope of the Jews, also known as Hebrews or Israelites. Since creation, God has waited patiently for anyone, to acknowledge his oneness. Someone who was not satisfied with the status quo, but knew deep in his heart that there had to be more. More than just the meager days and nights that men endured in their meaningless lives. And again, God was waiting for anyone, eager enough to delve into the uninhabited areas of thought which focused on ultimate goodness and divine justice. He wanted someone to ask, why am I here? Who made me and why was I made? Is my maker all-powerful, or does he share existence with other gods, as I see my neighbors declaring? If someone made me, he would have to be the creator of all things. He would have to be omnipotent, not sharing his glory with greater or lesser gods. There would have to be only one, encompassing all that is good and just. And if he is the master of all creation, could the purpose of creation be utterly meaningless? Could it have been some sort of cruel laboratory experiments? Are we a bunch of mice? Or does he truly have a purpose, not just for me, but for humanity? My friends, there was such a man. He said, yes, I found it. I found the true God. A God that doesn't show favoritism. A God that is preoccupied with every area of not just my life, but also yours. A God that has a plan for humanity encompassed by rules of ethics and morals that are revolutionary. Concepts of everlasting peace among men, ideas of giving of oneself to help fellow men, and not just to help, but to love him as yourself. That man was Abraham, born to a family of idol worshippers. Abraham first believed that this had to be God, that anything less would not suffice, and that this God had to be accessible not just to some men, but every man. For him to be truly just, he would have to easily elevate the black, white, yellow, or red man to their appropriate states, not based on race, but solely belief and obedience. Again, our father Abraham believed and became the first Hebrew. The word Hebrew comes from the word to cross over, and Abraham did just that. He crossed over primitive beliefs of race and family religious ties and founded the belief and the God that does not discriminate. God in turn blessed Abraham and anointed him and his descendants with the task of spreading his holy words to the ends of the earth. The God of all also blessed Abraham and his descendants with the proper tools to accomplish their mission. He gave them his holy instructions, his Torah, to spread the idea of ethical monotheism and his moral plan for humanity to all men, rich or poor, white or black. He also gave them Israel, not as a place for them to hide from persecution like the Herzl Zionists would have you believe, but God himself chose Israel because of its strategic geographical importance. It was situated exactly where east met west and north met south, so that all people would hear the divine truth, change, and be blessed. Abraham even illustrated this by having a tent open on 4 corners in a strategic place in order to spread ethical monotheism and divine justice to all humanity. The God of creation gave the descendants of Abraham legs to stand on. That's Israel. and a mouth to speak. That's his Torah. To be a light unto the nations. You see, to Abraham, Judaism was more than some man-made belief system, but a new idea. An idea that, if embraced, could actually set you free. Man was no longer mentally obligated to worship idols who, in their mythical lives, behaved worse than humans. But actually, this concept taught one to love and trust something greater than themselves. It was a revolutionary idea of a single, perfect God that actually cared for his creation. As you can see, Judaism has come a long way since Abraham. This was truly a heavy task placed on the shoulders of the Jewish people. Many have fallen away and lost the faith, but when the night seems the darkest, we know that it is followed by the dawn. There are many Jews who have not forgotten this task, and the task of bringing this world to its final elevated state, where nation will not war against nation, where men will live in peace, and where the law will go forth from Zion and the word of the Lord from Yerushalayim. I want you to consider joining this belief system, the belief system that teaches that God not only loves good and hates evil, but has a plan for every one of us, no matter what color, culture, or ethnicity you are. He is that friend that sticks closer than a brother, as it says in Mishlei. The patriarchs knew it. This is demonstrated in how far they would go not to break that bond. The religion of the Hebrews instituted something that was never heard of before. The idea of martyrdom. The ultimate Kiddush Hashem. Men of old did not die for their gods. The God of Israel was not any other God. He is the all-faithful, merciful, and creator of all things. And I'm inviting you today, just like King David did when he said, if you decide to make the Most High your dwelling, then no harm will befall you, and no disaster will come near your tent. For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. They will lift you up in their hands so that you will not strike your foot against a stone. You might think Judaism is preoccupied with rituals and legalistic acts, but Jewish rituals are not ends unto themselves, but means to a greater ultimate end. From the wrapping of tefillin to the wearing of tzitzits, to even the separation of milk and meat. All these processes work only to empower the practitioner in his ultimate task of perfecting this world. Abraham eventually died, but his descendants lived on. With the help of the Almighty, they acquired the land of Israel and became that light. The belief of one God spread so powerfully that today you only have to look around and see how far we've come. But the job is far from over. Judaism is the foundation on which Christianity and Islam stand. You see, if Judaism is false, that would cause Christianity and Islam to come crashing down. But Christianity and Islam can both be false, and Judaism could still stand. Today you can decide to take up the task of perfecting this world. How? There are two ways. Both options are completely open to everyone. You can either choose to live by the laws of Noah, which are 7 basic laws of morality, or you can choose to become one of Abraham's descendants and convert to Judaism, taking upon yourself all the commandments in the Torah and the blessings that accompany them. If you're interested in becoming either one, I want you to go to your local Orthodox synagogue and tell the rabbi. Today you can fulfill that planted desire for something more. You can be a Noahide or you can become Jewish. For more information on being a Noahide or becoming Jewish, please visit our website, bejewish.org. There you will find video, audio, and articles that will help you on your journey. Thank you.